Good morning. Today I've just been into town. I bought a lovely piece of silver side, and I'm going to use the Shuttle Chef to do most of the cooking for me. So I thought I'd show you that, and then after that I'm going to show you something. I'm going to unpack something that I've just picked up from the freight depot. So hang in there, and cooking show coming up. Righto, well first of all I'm going to stew some apples. Okay, peeled apples. Hopefully I'm going to make an apple pie, but you never know how far I'll get in a day, whether something outside grabs my attention and off I go. But while I'm still clean and tidy from being in town, I thought, well, I'll do a little bit of cooking. So here we are, good old Granny Smith's, not mine unfortunately, all mine blew off in the wind. But these seem okay for stewing, these will be fine. You can get a Shuttle Chef in 2 models, I believe. Mine has 2 of these pans, so it's quite handy for doing 2 things at once. So I'm going to use this one, put the apples in this one, and then I'm going to get the corned beef started and put it in this one. So off we go. This one first for the apples. Let's chuck them in just like that. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Actually, now that they're peeled, I'm just going to core them, and then I will slice them, and then I'll pop them in. Okay. It's the wind. It just makes me feel a bit silly. I can't help it. Now all these bits that I'm cutting out, they don't go in the rubbish bin. They go to the worm bed. So I'll just finish doing these and back with you in a tin. Maybe half a stick of cinnamon because it's quite big and quite thick. I'll pop that in. Sure I can use that half later. And a little bit of raw sugar, just a sprinkle. It's nice to have apples a bit tart, isn't it, for a pie? Tiny bit of water, and on with the lid. Step 1. That's the apples. Okay, on with the corned beef. I've given the corned beef a wash. I'm going to pop it in the pan, and luckily it fits. I'm going to put in a couple of carrots into the pot. Just take off the skin into the pot. This is mainly for flavouring. In fact, what's quite nice, listen to that wind, oh my gosh, that's not so nice. Get some cloves and stick them in the onions. I'm just using one whole big onion, and just stick a couple of cloves in so that they don't get lost. Maybe 4 or 5 cloves is going to be plenty in there. A few peppercorns, about the amount that fell out all over the place. I don't know, half a dozen. A splash of red wine vinegar, or apple cider vinegar, or malt vinegar. What have I got here? Aged organic apple cider vinegar with apple juice. Okay, so just a splash of that. We have the corned meat, the studded onions, couple of carrots, couple of potatoes, and we need to put in some water. Because this is going to take longer to cook than the apples, I'm going to put this on now, and depending on the size of the things that you're cutting up, like little apples, you just need to boil it on the stove for, I don't know, 5 minutes is probably enough. But for this silver side, because it's quite big and quite heavy, I'm going to put it on the stove and let it boil for about 15 minutes, I think, or really get the temperature up so that not only is the pot hot, but the meat inside it is hot. And I only have one burner, so I'm going to do this one first. So pop it on. It does get hot. It is stainless steel. It's meant to get hot. I'll show you my amazing cooking setup. This is it. This is it. I have one burner. So in here, silver side, potatoes, onions, carrots, some peppercorns, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and that's it. Now, so dare I go away from this? Dare I go away and have a look here? What have we got? This is my favourite camping store. I can't help it. I've got to give them a bit of a plug. I've been happy with everything that I've got from Snowy's. It comes quickly. The postage is usually nothing. The products are usually very good. You know, there's nothing clever about opening a box. So I'll open the box and then I'll show you what was in it, okay? Well, this huge box here had this in it, and I forgot that I even ordered it. Mind you, it is pretty long. A cast iron jaffle iron jumbo single. Cool. Very good. Okay, quickly have a look at this. I ended up cutting the silver side in 2 pieces. There we go. We're bubbling away in there. Needs to go a bit longer than that. The good thing about this Shuttle Chef is that it holds the moisture in. Once I get it up to temperature and I pop it in here, it'll hold it. Yes, freedom with flavour. So it might even have it in here. Hang on, lamb pot roast, that's similar, isn't it? Bring to the boil and simmer gently for 15 minutes. Okay, turn that right down, simmer gently for 15 minutes. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, we've opened one of the packages and it's a big jumbo jaffle iron. Oh my gosh, you can get a long way away from the fire with this. We can open the next box, okay, which is pretty heavy. And you can see on the outside what it is. Okay. Okay, here it is in its bag. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. Okay, so here it is, this bag with everything in it. Now it weighed 11.5 kilos. There is a YouTube on this. Snowy's do great little YouTubes on everything, and you'll probably be able to see it better from them than you will from me. So I'm going to pull it out with 2 hands and set it up, and then I'll show you, okay? Okay, these are the bits. 1 bit, 2 bit, 3 bits, 4 bits, 5 bits. This is the base plate. It's got little clippy things. This is the actual, oh gosh, it's heavy, the fire pit, which you just open. Put it on the base plate. And you just clip it into place. All right, first time. Too easy. Right, fire pit. So that's the fire pit. This is what the fire sits on. Very good. And this, that goes on there. And this is the grill. So this is, gosh, they're all very one-handed heavy. So there you have it. Pa-dam! That's it. Can go right on top of the fire, like that. Or you can bring it right up. So that's it. This is the Dace stainless steel barbecue 450. Stainless steel, flat pack, adjustable height, heat shield. Take it with you wherever you go. That's had 15 minutes. I'm now going to use a glove because this is really hot and pop this in the bottom here. There we go, that's in there. Shut the lid. This locks the lid. Now I'm going to put the apples on to cook just really to get some heat up for a while, and put them on top, and then I just forget it. And then I just clean up the mess. I made jam yesterday, cherry plum jam. The wind has been so bad that I thought if I don't harvest some of these cherry plums, they're just all going to end up on the ground and they'll end up bruised. Take one look while it's nice and clean. It's the cleanest it's ever going to be. Unfortunately, it's been so windy, there is no way I can light a fire outside. Take you out and show you the fire pit, because I filled the middle in with half bricks. I did that yesterday. So that's where it's going to sit. And let's have a quick look at the chickies. All the sweet peas have gone. The wind was so strong, I think the wind got up to 80 km/h gusts. So it blew all the sweet peas that were here, blew them right across here so that I couldn't get in, which wasn't very good. So I had to cut them all down. And now there's a lot more light in here. Garlic, I've harvested most of the garlic. There's 3 bags inside. There's this lot drying here. Peas are drying inside there and in there. Honestly, spring has sprung. Look at the size of this one. That's a big clove of garlic, isn't it? Or bulb with several cloves. Yeah, nice. Next year I think I'll put the sweet peas on the northern side, so when we get this northerly wind it blows it into the mesh and not away from it. Okay, apples, it's long enough for you. Yes, long enough for you. This one on top of that one. There we go. Shut it. And there we have it. That's it. Oh, I think I'll put it down here though, out of the way a bit. That's locked now. Okay, so now it's just tidy up. Look at this. What do you think? What do you think? You can just have it like that and have your fire going and just enjoy the fire. You can just put the grill on and cook on that. All right, I think that's about it. I've shown you how to use the Shuttle Chef, or what I'm using it for, the new Dache fire pit and where it's going to go, and the little chickies. So until next time, I tell you what, it really is time for a nice cup of tea. Bye.